Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
All right, you're done eating there. All right, we're running at breakneck speed here. Checked out this week. Micah, you watched The Running Man. This is the remake.
Yeah, look, the best thing I can say about this movie is that it's giving Joel Kinnaman RoboCop vibes.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. And look, maybe it's nostalgia, but I really feel like they should stop making these movies. I know it's based off of a book, right? It's based off a Stephen King book, but
because apparently this one is closer to the book. That's what you were saying.
From what I understand, it's fine. I'm not going to say it's a bad movie. It's not. I like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie better. Again, personal bias kicking in. I like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's very preachy, and it's trying to say stuff, and it is saying stuff that, like, I don't know. It's kind of boring.
Really,
it's kind of boring it's kind of boring. Like, it's not like super exciting. Everything is kind of on the nose. Characters do stupid things, and it's not great. It's not great. It's not even worth a watch, man. It really isn't. I mean, it's
Edgar Wright too. Jeez.
Like, I'd rather it's mediocre, and that's the worst thing. That's the worst thing art can be, in my opinion.
Yeah,
art can be really good, or it can be really bad. But, like, something to evoke some sort of emotion out of you, and this movie doesn't have that. Like I said, it's not bad. If you want to put it on and have it on in the background, look, folding laundry art is the most damning thing I could ever say about something.
Yeah, some movies are just like that. You're just like,
yeah, and it's just like, well, then, I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed in it.
I'm really surprised, considering this is an Edgar Wright movie. But the reviews have all been pretty much what you're saying. Just not hitting it. You know what movie is really awesome that I don't know if you've heard about it, is a movie called F1. I finally got a chance to watch it because Apple realized the jewel that they had, and they held that shit for 6 months before putting it on streaming. Respect. I get it. You have to work overtime to dislike this movie. I am convinced of that. Like, this is right there with Top Gun Maverick. This is, you and I talked about this a little offline yesterday. You said this is, what was it?
It's the reason, this type of movie is the reason you need to see movies in theaters.
Right. But you were saying, like, what was it? Like, it's cast and, like, or focus tested.
It's focus tested to the, like, this is the perfect mix of, this is why focus testing exists, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, everything about this movie will appeal to everyone.
Yeah,
right. This is the 100%. This is the definition of a 4-quadrant movie. A 4-quadrant movie is men over 25, men under 25, women over 25, women under 25. That's a 4-quadrant movie. It appeals to literally everyone.
Yeah, it's got all the stuff you like. It's like black star, white star, women stars, serious, funny, sports, action, sports redemption story, great cinematography, like good story, right? It's not too deep. It's not too shallow. You got a reluctant hero. It's got real movie stars in it, right? You know what I mean? Like, with real movie star draw and real movie star power. Yeah, you don't have to be into racing to be into this. But everybody likes fast cars because that's cool. Because fast cars are kind of like fast planes. It's just shit going fast. Who cares? It's lizard brain shit, right? I say all that to say, no disrespect to, like, the quality of the movie. It's not like just dumb. It's not. It's actually well written. Like, characters don't say or do anything that's, like, too insane or overly cheesy. I mean, there's some cheesy moments, but, like, those are the things that you're expecting, right? Like you're expecting the ending as it is. And I mean like the end of the story in which you go to see it, but you're also expecting the end of like how the movie actually ends too. You're like, that all makes sense to me.
The ending is the one thing that I don't have a problem with the ending, but it's the one thing that breaks the formula for what
I agree. I thought it was going to go the other way on that, but
right.
But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad
at it, but like,
yeah,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not, but you know, like,
no, I hear you. I was like,
it's okay, boss. You go ahead and do it. Like, all right, bro.
But if I could counter, I would like. Okay, you know what? By the way, it is not. This has not been confirmed by any means, but many people believe this. I too also believe this. I think Desmond Idris is likely going to be the next Black Panther, just considering the artwork that was released because it fucking looked just like him. Or at least they're courting him, and he was really bad when they were like, "Hey, are you going to be Black Panther?" He's like, "Me? No, mate. I don't know. That's crazy talk."
What's a Black Panther?
I haven't even seen those movies. That's crazy. I don't even like money. I think that guy he's got genuine movie star charisma, like he really does, and he's a really like fun person to watch on screen. But I'll just say this: if this movie was made in a different universe, this is a Chadwick Boseman movie, 100%. Like he would have 100% been that character, right?
Yeah,
it's obvious. That being said, I have no notes. That movie is super fun. Like it's fun. I texted you, I was watching. I was like, this is an entertaining fucking movie. Like you're just drawn in. You're just drawn in. Brad Pitt is a fucking movie star. Like he just is. Like he's a movie star. Javier Bardem, they're just movie stars. They're not necessarily the best actors in the world, though I think both of them are quite good actors. But they have that movie star shit that like America's known for. You know what I mean? Like we make big movies with good looking people, and you're gonna fucking like it. And people are like, I do like this. Like I just do. Yeah, F1. If you haven't seen it, it's on Apple TV now. Just do yourself a favor,
dude. Like Javier Bardem gets 4th billing in this movie. That's how like amazing this movie is, right? Like that's how stacked the cast is. Javier Bardem gets 4th billing.
Right.
Like this is wild, man. This is wild. Look, the story, like you said, is not revolutionary, but guess what?
It's not even revolutionary for the director. Okay. Like
right. Right. But there is nothing wrong with a well-told story if it's told well. Right? We've been hearing the same stories all over, but if you find somebody that knows how to tell that story and knows how to tell it in maybe a different way, maybe embellish a little here, maybe take some there, that it's still a good story.
Yeah,
and that's what this is, man.
Yeah, people often lean on the idea of like being predictable is bad, and I would argue that's not exactly true. To your point,
no, it's not true at all.
Like you can just make like you like your favorite food because it's your favorite food. You don't want it to like, hey man, I really like fried chicken. That's racist, but like I really like it, but I like it a certain way, right? I don't want it in a. I mean, I may try a fancier way or a different way, but the way I love it is the way I love it, and that's totally okay.
Right. Like at the end of this movie, right? At the end of this movie where we kind of know what's happening, but like at the end of this movie, if it started raining penguins or some shit, then that would be a twist, right? Yeah. But it wouldn't make it good.
Right. Like, no, this is exactly like it's the definition, and we'll talk more about it in reference to a tragedy that happened this past week. It's a movie that's in the monoculture, right? This is one of those movies where you got to work overtime to be like, I don't like this movie. Really? All of those things I mentioned, you don't like none of that shit? Like people don't exist like that. That's why these movies make a shit ton of money. They don't.
Yeah.
Like, and we don't, I feel like we need more movies like this that everyone goes, I like that movie, right? I think you need movies like Sinners and stuff that have real, like they are shooting for an audience, maybe even a wider audience, but making a very specific message. I think the vast majority of movies should be like that. But I think like 25% of movies should just be like, hey, everybody, just come and sit down on the couch and shut the fuck up and let's go watch a movie-ass movie. And that's what F1 is. And I'm totally...
It's comfort food, man. It's comfort food.
Exactly.
You don't have food. You don't have comfort food every... You don't have mac and cheese every day.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you got to have your vegetables and shit.
Right. But when you have it, it's like, oh, yeah. I like this.
I like that. Yeah, F1 is the macaroni and cheese, mashed potatoes, fried chicken, or for white people, mayonnaise sandwiches of movies. Or whatever it is you people eat. I don't know. We don't only eat that. Okay, sure. That's not what TV tells me. All right, I only got a chance to watch about half of Wake Up Dead Man. This is a new Knives Out movie. You have watched all of it, so please don't spoil it, but what did you think? I am enjoying it so far.
Look, I wanted you to watch it because I really want to get your opinion on it, being as someone who has kind of strayed away from the church.
I'm enjoying all of the messaging.
But maybe we'll have a deeper conversation about it if you want when you finish it. But
yeah,
I think it's the best Knives Out story. I think
interesting.
It's not as like lighthearted and fun as the other stories.
I can already tell that. It's definitely a little bit heavier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavier, but it is the best story. Like Ryan Johnson is saying something, right? And he's saying something not just about religion, but you can extrapolate it to like compassion as a whole.
Sure.
And it is, it's a message that needs to be out there.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. Look, they could make these movies. He could keep making these movies for the rest of his career if he wanted to. And I think I'd be okay with it.
He's great.
Because he's really, really good at them. This guy might be like a genius. And I hate throwing that word out there.
Like Kanye.
But he's very, very good at what he does. And this movie, unlike a couple of the other Knives Out movies, and unlike most other movies like this movie doesn't cheat, right? Like I've seen people pick apart the ending and seen people, go back and the movie is showing you everything that's there. You just have to kind of pick up on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's the best Knives Out movie. If you like these types of movies, even if you don't, give it a shot, man. Like it's long. Like I was a little like, oof, this is a 2.5 hour movie, man. I don't know about this, but nah, man, this is the best Knives Out movie. One of the better Ryan Johnson movies, and it makes me mad that it makes me mad that he's not doing Star Wars.
Yeah, y'all fucked up. It
really makes me mad, man.
Last Jedi.
Damn it, dude.
Last Jedi is not a bad movie. It ain't perfect, but it's not a bad movie. It's not.
And it was just like beginning of like where we could go, right? Like it's
yeah. If you had just given it a chance, you wouldn't have gotten that fucking third Star Wars movie, which was like, the Emperor's back somehow. Like, okay, cool.
It's. You know what Andor is to, like, those two movies could have been running a parallel of telling the same story from two different points of view, right? Like in politics, in resistance, you need people who are fighters. You need people who will get down in the mud, go out there, protest, march, do what they got to do. That's Andor, right?
Right.
But you also need people who are lead with compassion and lead with, hey, this is not, when they go low, we go high. You need those people.
Right. People often shit on that idea, but it's like, you do need those people.
You need those people. You need those people. Otherwise, you risk turning yourself into the people that you don't like.
That's correct. Yeah, you do.
Those are your moral centers. The movies could have been the moral center. The TV Andor is the fucking like the devil on your shoulder saying, look, we got to fucking fight these people.
Yeah.
We got to fight these people. And then the movies could be like, I agree, but don't turn into them.
Right.
And God damn it, man.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
I feel like people need to get off the internet for like 12 seconds and go back and watch The Last Jedi. It's a much better movie than you remember it is. It is. It is. Like, I know we were like, no, it's not because Snoke was supposed to be. No, the problem is you try to guess the story ahead of time. That's the problem. You try to guess the story ahead of time. That's why that's why I'm not watching that. That's why I'm not watching any leak trailers for Avengers. I don't want to see it. I don't want to talk to anybody about it because people try to write the scripts in their fucking heads ahead of time. I already saw someone say, they wrote an article, this is how Spider-Man, or this is how Doomsday should start, or this is how Spider-Man Brand New Day should start. You're already trying to write the story before seeing it. Just go see the movie as it is.
Look, I don't have a problem with people fantasy booking like that, right? Because like it's fun, right? Like, oh, I think this is going to happen, and if I had the pen, I would do this, and this.
Right, but the problem is
the problem is not even that they think that's what's going to happen. The problem is when it doesn't happen, then you flip out and you rage. You don't have to do that.
Yeah, you can just enjoy your own personal fan fiction and be like, oh, that was I was not expecting that. Like, it should be a happy surprise, but no, people want to.
And look, you don't have to necessarily like it, but this performative rage that people do when something doesn't go their way. And look, I do it. I've done it. I don't do it a lot. Because like, I'll do it when look. If this guy takes his fucking mask off, in that movie, I'm gonna fucking performative outrage.
It's like I live in a giant glass.
So look, I get it, right? I get it, right. But my point is, I try not to.
Well, you're also
making an active effort to not to.
Yeah, we're also older. Go back and watch us fucking 13 years ago, and you can be like, those guys are hypocrites. And you're
yeah.
We grew up. There's gray in our beards now. It's a true story. All right, so Wake Up Dead Man is very good. Look, just as a side note, before we get out of checked out, I rewatched Fantastic Four: First Steps this past weekend because it was my daughter's first con. I took her, and she had a fucking blast. I bought some custom Fantastic Four Lego characters. They were fucking awesome. I was going to have them on display to show you. And my daughter was like, yeet and or yoink and fucking took them. And I was like, you know what? They're yours. She took them and like changed all the heads and fucking everything. And she was like, so can I play with this? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I said, all right, well, this is going in my office. And she was like, well, can I play with it for like a week? And I was like, yes. And I was like, you know what? You're having too much fun. It's fine. Yeah, sure. Reed is wearing Sue's wig. It's fine. Who cares? But I'm going to order them again. But they were dope. Like, they were really cool custom Legos. So, yeah, I rewatched F4. That's a lot of fun. The movie's a lot of fun. And that was her first MCU movie, too. Because it does not have a lot of violence in it, which is important to me. And so that was the first one. There's no shooting except for, like, the jet shoots through like Galactus's ship at one point. Like there really isn't any shooting or anything. She loved it. She thought it was amazing. She thought it was really cool. So I was like, all right, great.
All right.
So she like every other kid and smart person, really liked the idea that one of the characters says it's clobbering time. She thought that was cool. So
yeah, well, I mean, there's a reason why,
Yeah.
He's the ever-loving blue-eyed thing. Like,
yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, that's the thing. And she was like, what's his name? I was like, it's the Thing. And she was like, no, I understand that he's a thing. What is he? This is a weird Abbott and Costello situation. That's his actual name. She was like,
it's like, I know what a noun is, Dad. What's his given name?
Yeah, surely. I was like, it's Ben. And she was like, all right, that's cool. I was like, all right, you accept that. That's fine.
Thank you.
What are we doing right now?
Like, I'm not an idiot.
I'm sick. I'm not dumb. All right, topics this week. Take it away.
When talking to the Hollywood Reporter, the topic came up about a new Terminator sequel, and James Cameron says, quote, I'm working on it. he offers scant details aside from answering the second most obvious question one could ask about a Terminator sequel: is Arnold Schwarzenegger going to be in it or not? After insisting that the former governor appear in 2019's Terminator Dark Fate, Cameron says that it's, quote, time for a new generation of characters. Thank God.
That's funny.
Quote, it was a great finish to him playing the T-800. There needs to be a broader interpretation of Terminator and the idea of a time war and super intelligence. I want to do new stuff that people aren't imagining. This is, look, I've been on record saying that I can't wait for James Cameron to get out of his blue cat phase. Yes. The Avatar movies just don't appeal to me. I hope this is the last one so that this guy can start doing other stuff. I don't necessarily need him going back and doing a Terminator, but I'm not mad at it. And if he's saying stuff like, hey, we need to see new stuff, not just rehashes, right? Not just remixes of what other Terminators were, right? Of what his two Terminators were, right? You got the endoskeleton, then you got the liquid metal, then you got a lady endoskeleton with liquid metal, then you got Ghost Rider, the dude who was Ghost Rider playing an endoskeleton. We get it. It's time for something new.
Yeah, they really couldn't get past that.
They really couldn't get past it, man.
Like he was like, I'm nailing on this liquid metal, and they were like, we're all out of metal. Like we don't know what else to do.
Right. And I don't know how that liquid metal Terminator still holds up, man. It really does.
I mean, Alien still holds up, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Which tells me that Avatar visually will still hold up like decades from now, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is really impressive. Look, I like this. I mean, they sort of laid the groundwork. You saw Dark Fate, right?
Yeah.
They laid the groundwork for that, like that new sort of future war. It wasn't called Skynet. I forget what it was called. And they had those like really kind of creepy Terminators in it. And Cameron was like, he didn't write it or anything, but he was like all over like, this needs to happen, this needs to happen, this needs to happen. So I think it's likely not that he'll jump off from there, and he may still do that same kind of future world, but I think he was trying to steer it and like push into new territory. Look, I like the idea of the humans being augmented. Like, I think that's a really smart way to go. You had the I forget her name, Mackenzie something, who was like the woman looking after the young girl in Dark Fate, and so she was like an augmented human. I like that idea. Like, give Terminator something to fight against, like a human that can like kind of take them on. I don't know what he's going to do. If you're rebooting it, that's totally fine. Just don't. I don't want a full rehash of the first Terminator, where it's just like, oh, it's one Terminator coming after them, and they're trying to, the fate is what you make, and all this other stuff. Like, give me something different. I trust Cameron that he's not going to just remake his own movie, shot for shot. So I'm cool with it. Sounds good to me, and I'm glad Arnold just move on. And that's nothing against Arnold. I like Arnold, but
no, it's nothing against Arnold Schwarzenegger. But it's kind of hard to justify having the same guy be a Terminator. Well, is living tissue over metal endoskeleton, and because it's living tissue, it ages. Like, nah, yo. Like,
yeah, he's also 70 years old. Like, come on. Like,
it's not like if you wanted him to be like to have a cameo or something. I'm okay fine. I'm okay with that, right? Like, they didn't put Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Running Man, the 2025 movie, but they put his face on the money because he's the president, right? So that's fine, right? Like, you can respect the older guys, but nah, you need something new, man. You need something new, and I hope that we'll see. Yeah. Next up, A Different World is coming back. Now, look, I don't know if a certain demographic that might listen to this show know what A Different World is, but I'm sure you know what the Cosby Show was. And
Okay,
and a
so
different
pick your face up out of your mayonnaise sandwiches and listen up, guys.
So A Different World was a spinoff of that show, and it's set in a fictional HBCU called Hillman College, and it ran for right. And I forget how long it ran for, but it was a force, at least in our community, and it was great. White people, Marissa Tomei was in that show.
Oh, think about it.
Oh, you want to watch it now, don't you? Yes, white people can go to HBCUs on minority scholarships, believe it or not. And anyway, the show was great, and it's coming back, and it's going to have a brand new cast of characters, brand new cast of young people, but it is also going to have some old stalwarts. Jasmine Guy, Kadeem Hardison, Cree Summer, and Daryl M. Bell are coming back to reprise their roles as Whitley Gilbert, Dwayne Wayne, Freddie, and Ron. And so they have a joint statement. A Different World is back. Yay! We are over the moon to bring this much anticipated sequel with our returning legacy stars, Kadeem Hardison, Jasmine Guy, Cree Summer, and Daryl M. Bell. These beloved characters are returning in a major way that respects their history while engaging exciting storylines that are relevant to the issues of today. They shared in a joint statement. They'll get to reunite with the OG characters and see how their lives have evolved into a different world. As the story unfolds, there will be more cast surprises in store for long-term fans. We can't wait for lovers of the show to experience this new chapter. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, man. The show is going to star Deborah Wayne as the daughter of Whitley Gilbert and Dwayne Wayne as she enters her freshman year at Hillman. Nice. So, look, man. I love A Different World. I own a Hillman sweatshirt.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's I love that show. I'm very curious to see. I'm excited to see it, and I'm discouraged that Netflix will cancel it after one season.
Yeah, that's
what they do.
Yeah, that seems like a fair concern. Look, I love this. I think it's dope. I want just like little quick stand-ins from the original cast. I don't need them there all the time.
I don't need them there all the time.
Just give these young people a chance to make their own statement.
Yeah,
I think it's important.
Also, have you seen some of them? They
it's not been kind.
I don't know if they're TV ready.
Never mind. I was gonna say, how big is the TV? Anyway, I'm being a dick. I love that guy. No, look, I think this is dope. Okay, cool. I mean, this is more sort of nostalgia farming. I'm not mad at it, just because it's something I am nostalgic for. So, all right, cool, works for me.
The Motion Picture Academy has made its boldest move in its near 100-year history, and it's exactly what cinema needs. For decades, we've watched the Oscars.
That feels like an overstatement, but okay.
Yeah, I'm reading from Variety. Hopefully more on that later when it comes to look forward. For decades, we've watched the Oscars contort the broadcast into an increasingly uncomfortable shape, trimming categories, rushing speeches, and relegating entire crafts to commercial breaks, all to satisfy the tyranny of the 3-hour broadcast window. Well, today that era ends. The Academy's groundbreaking partnership with YouTube may be looked at as simply a distribution deal made for money reasons, but in fact, it is a liberation. Starting in 2029 with the 101st Academy Awards and running through 2023, YouTube will hold the exclusive global rights to the Oscars, making the ceremony free and accessible to over 2 billion viewers worldwide. This is the moment when the Oscars finally become what it always meant to be, true celebration of cinema, unshackled by the restraints of broadcast television. Listen, man, that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is that broadcast TV is they don't necessarily. 3.5 hours is a lot of time, man, and people are not watching this thing. They're not watching award shows. If they're not me and my wife, it's probably not getting watched, at all. I think we're the only ones that watch award shows. So
I don't care about award shows at all. Like, I never watch them. I look online. I'm like, oh, that person won. All right. It's just, I don't know. It just does not interest me to watch rich people slap each other on the back about how awesome they are. I just do not care. And that's not even like a moral high ground. I don't think I'd care if anyone did it. Like, it doesn't matter. I just don't care.
I like award shows, one, for the fashion. I like watching beautiful people look beautiful. And I watch it because I want to see what the industry thinks is the best that they have to offer, right? And I don't necessarily watch it for, like, I'm interested in, like, I've been into photography a little bit, and I'm interested in, like, the cinematography awards and some of the technical awards. But yeah, I'm also interested in, like, what the Academy thinks the best movie is, right? or even the nominees, right? Like is Weapons going to get nominated I mean, it could. Is Sinners? Okay, if Sinners gets nominated for something like, not technical awards, right? Not like costuming and stuff like that.
I think Sinners and Weapons have a high chance of being nominated for Best Picture.
I think Michael B. Jordan has a very high chance of not only being nominated but winning Best Actor. I'm putting that out there right now.
No, I think that's fair. Like, I think that's fair. Look, I wouldn't be surprised if. Okay, here just a couple of, like, quick off the cuff thoughts. I think the young woman in One Battle After Another, the daughter, I think has a high chance of being nominated for Best Supporting. I think the woman who played Aunt Gladys in Weapons has a high chance of being Best Supporting. DiCaprio probably for Best Actor.
He'll get nominated. He'll absolutely get nominated.
Yeah, he'll get nominated. I'm just talking about nominations. And Michael B. Jordan. Wagner Moura for Secret Agent. Apparently that's super, super good. I just watched a trailer for that last week. I'm dying to see that. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He's probably up there too. I wouldn't be surprised if the young black kid who does the singing in Weapons gets nominated for Best Supporting as well.
Best Supporting Actor?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
In Weapons or in
no. Excuse me, in Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and also the guy who plays Malik, the villain in that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a shootout between the two of them. So we shall see. I mean, yeah, the Academy doesn't have the best track record. Like, I think we joked a couple of weeks ago. It's like they just nominate the white dude from Sinners, and no one else in the movie doesn't get nominated. Like, come on, no, the white guy was the only thing in this movie worth a damn. That'd be very Hollywood, but no, I think it's gonna be a good year. But I think people are gonna be surprised to see Weapons and Sinners up there. But The Substance was up there last year, and that was fucking gross. With an ending that was absolutely fucking insane. And people were like, no, this is a good movie. And I think it is a good movie. I think it's a great movie. But I was shocked, to be honest. I was really shocked that made it. So you never know.
So listen, this article on Variety goes on to say, hey, the biggest elephant in the room, one of the things that kind of hampers network television is time limits, and YouTube won't have time limits. That's fine, but having a 4-hour YouTube broadcast about this awards isn't going to help matters either, right? Like, you got to retool this thing to make it better. You got to retool it to make things interesting. And, you can finally let people, they're like, oh, well, because there's no time limits, you can let people speak. Yeah, you can let people speak, but as my co-host here knows firsthand, you don't just let people drone on and on and on.
No, you can't let people filibuster you. That's a bad idea.
Right.
It's a bad idea.
It's not a good idea, right? It's not a good idea. So, we gotta. I'm very curious as someone who enjoys watching the Oscars specifically. I'm very curious to see what they do, how they do it. Are they going to curse? Are they going to let them curse? Are they going to be like, get up there and be like, fuck yeah, I fucking won, right? Like, what are they going to do?
This,
I don't know.
Who's gonna like? All right, this is on YouTube. Are they gonna have annoying like YouTube personalities on here? Probably. Like this war brought to you by
Is Mr. Beast gonna be on there?
Right, like brought to you by Mr. Beast. He locked a poor person into a burning prison for $30. What'll happen? Like, I mean, best picture. You know, it's like who cares? I don't necessarily care about this, but I don't think this is a positive. If I'm being honest, I don't think so at all. I think the idea of just having unlimited runtime feels like a bad fucking idea. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
I don't like that debates were on YouTube either. Okay, I hated that. So, I fucking hated it. It made it.
People are gonna be in the chat, in the YouTube chat, giving their stupid ass opinions in real time.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Turn that shit right off.
I just hit the X immediately. Oh, a bunch of like heart emojis. Oh, thumbs down. Like, turn that shit off. Yeah, get out of here. I just want to watch the thing. I'm not watching it anyway. There's people who will.
The last part about this, the one thing that I can compare this to is the Game Awards, the video game awards that come out every December. They are not obviously on broadcast television; they're online, streamed online. Yeah. And one of the things that I don't like about the video game awards is that yes, it is a 3.5-hour broadcast as well, but a lot of it is marketing. Right? Like here's a game trailer, right? And then the awards, the host comes out and he's like, hey, here's best sound editing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 is the winner. Hey, here's best action game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 is the winner. Hey, like he rattles them off.
Yeah.
Like 5 at a time. And people don't get to come up.
Just to get to the marketing. Just to get back to
just to hurry up and get through it. Right. And I don't want that either. So I'm very curious. I'll report in 4 years.
When we have all totally forgotten about this story.
We've all forgotten about it, yes.
All right, next up, Disney Inc.'s blockbuster $1 billion deal with OpenAI, handing characters over to Sora. I wouldn't have done that, but okay. Now, granted, this is a 1-year deal. So we'll see. The Hollywood giant signed a major deal with OpenAI, who run ChatGPT, by the way, investing $1 billion in the artificial intelligence giant and handing over characters from Frozen and Star Wars to generate AI video for their generative AI video app, Sora. If you can't beat them, join them. No, if you can't beat them, sue them. What the fuck? Like, it's the Disney way. What are you doing? I'm sorry, this is a 3-year deal, not a 1-year deal. The 3-year licensing agreement would allow Sora users to create bespoke fan videos with the likes of Captain America, Yoda, and Moana. This feels like a bad idea. A selection of these videos will stream on Disney Plus, which the company hinted at during an earnings call last month. Sora 2, the most sophisticated iteration of the app, caused outrage among rights holders when it launched in October. It adopted the opt-out policy, meaning IP was usable on the app until the rights holders issued a removal request. Disney is now opting in. Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't care for that. Yeah. Disney is now opting in, and in a big way, the first major content licensing partner of Sora, which enables users to create short-form videos with text prompts. This feels like a bad idea. Here's why I say this. And I don't know if there's going to be a firewall between it. I hope that there is. I hope someone has thought of this, but I still feel like this is a bad idea. At the same time this is happening, let's go back and remember another story that was happening, which is at the end of this month into early next month, OpenAI is allowing adult content.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to take your properties. You're going to take your properties, and you're going to have At the most tasteful, you're gonna have Elsa sitting on a white couch with 5 Avengers behind her. At the most tasteful.
Yeah, it's all right. And not only that, by the way, when you license those things, and let's say people don't do, let's say you just do the most tasteful, right? The Brazzers thing that you're talking about. Someone can then pluck that image and put that into another app and just be like, animate this. And then your high quality HD characters are doing shit in another app that you don't want them to do.
Right. Like,
because the licensing part of this is that someone can call up and say, have Moana sitting next to, Snow White, and then it just pops up. And not a version of it, like the type of quality from your catalog. But that's not what can happen on a different app, because a different app you could just put a picture in and be like, animate this to do anything. So it doesn't know that they're Disney characters. Now maybe those apps have a thing to read in and be like, oh, actually this is a Disney character, blah blah blah. Maybe it does, but there's a lot of large language models, and they don't necessarily run by those same rules. This is a thing that you shouldn't have done. This feels like a bad idea.
Yeah, it just seems very, very weird to just be like,
yeah,
hey, I can't stop you from breaking in, and stealing my stuff. So here are the keys.
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
It seems weird to me, man. It seems weird. And look, I am not a smart person. I don't know much about this AI stuff, but it just doesn't seem. I don't see what the benefit is on Disney's part.
I feel like they think that they can get out ahead of it, like that they can put controls on it. But I feel like you don't understand how the internet works.
Yeah, man.
And once you open that Pandora's box, it's just fucking over with. Also, what you're hoping is, okay, you can control it. But you have to remember that AI is now learning from other AIs, right? Images and things that are being created, it's eating its own shit, right? But you're putting out quality exact replicas of your shit, which means there is going to be more stuff out there for other AIs to read off of your things that are then seen as copyright okay. This is a bad idea. Because you're going to have to put so many locks in place to get it to stay inside that ecosystem. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think so. Also, spoiler alert, AI is going to crash. Okay? It is going, financially, it is going to crash. And when that happens, all of your shit is going to be out there, buddy. You think it's going to go away? It's not going to go away. Okay.
All right, man. All right.
This feels like a bad idea because it fucking Jesus Christ, you're dum-dums.
All right, well, you get what you pay for, man. You get what you pay for. I am not weeping. I am not weeping for this corporation. If you want to fucking light your IP on fire, go right ahead. If you want to pimp your IP, go ahead.
Oh, that's a good title. I can already see exhibit like, hey, we did this to your IP. Why is there an engine in it? Sorry, I'm very stuffed up. I apologize. I feel like one of those whatever that commercial was where the kid's head turns into a balloon and it's floating. Netflix rejects Paramount's corporate takeover offer in quotes. Warner Brothers was offered a $30 per share by Paramount in its goons from the Middle East, and I say that disparagingly on purpose. Disparagingly on purpose. And Netflix Warner Brothers was like, nah, we're good. Fuck out of here. Because the Ellisons are not providing a full backstop on financing. So apparently David Zaslav was pictured showing Ted Sarandos around Warner Brothers look at your new purchase already. So they're basically saying fuck Paramount Skydance, which I think is awesome. An aside from this is Jared Kushner, who was also a part of the Paramount takeover deal. His company Affinity Partners, which is a bunch of Saudi money, is how you can read that. Those fuckers had pulled out of the deal. They were like, you know what? We're done. And that came out a day before this story came out because I sent you that story. I was like, hey, look what happened. I was like, this deal is dead. And the very next morning, you're like,
the very next day, there it is.
Because the Saudi money is what they needed to hit that $30 a share offer. Look, I love this for them. Fuck them. The Saudis do not need to have a foothold into American culture like this. I think this is a terrible fucking idea. They already ruined wrestling. They're about to ruin the video game industry as well. Yeah, no thanks. I don't need them ruining American movies and American television. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't need any of this. Look, to be 100% transparent, I don't want Netflix to buy them. I don't want anybody to buy them.
No, I would rather someone come in and just take David Zaslav and throw him out of that job and just run Warner. I would rather that.
Right. That would be the best thing. But, if we're forced to watch this thing die by a gunshot or a stab wound, right, I'd rather Netflix come with their gun and just to get it over quickly. Because I don't like the idea of, and nobody, look, this is going to sound politically biased. It's not. I don't like the idea of people who have their ear, who can bend the ear of government, having control over fucking media.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
It's just weird. I don't care who you are. And the Ellisons are buddy with Trump.
Yep.
And they run media media and tech conglomerates. It's weird, man. It's weird and it's un-American. This is China shit.
Yeah, it is.
Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted a big part of what they want out of this WB deal is that the government wanted to have their buddies own CNN. No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. What no.
No. That's a bad fucking idea. And if you say, oh, well, CNN is bad or whatever, I agree with you. Okay. Still, I don't want it in the hands of those fucking pieces of shit. No thanks. Nope. So good. I'm glad this is crashing and burning. Whatever. Next up, look, the death of famed actor and director Rob Reiner hit the news this past week. Look, this is awful. Him and his wife were killed, seemingly, allegedly by their son. That seems pretty true. He had a history of like substance abuse. The son did. So, whatever. I'm not judging because I don't know anything. And he had the heavy details about that. But what I will talk about is Rob Reiner's life and not just his death. One, everyone's least favorite president had some really shitty things to say. I'm not going to focus on that here. I'll talk about that on Look Forward. He's a garbage person. I'll just say that. Like, I think people listening already know that. Probably are often agree with it. But Rob Reiner's life was pretty fucking incredible. Dude had a hell of a run for movies. One, he was an actor. He was on All in the Family, which was also great, obviously. But as a director, he had from like 84 to arguably like 92.
From like 84 to 94. Like it was wild, man. Like Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, A Few Good Men. Those were back to back, bro.
Oh yeah. Like, by the way, don't forget this is Spinal Tap as well in 84.
Right. Like, man, and here's the thing, like he was the voice of a generation. He was the voice of a generation when he was on All in the Family. See, a lot of people don't get All in the Family for some reason. Like they think that Archie Bunker is the hero of that show, and he's not. He's the butt of the joke. And Rob Reiner's character was, the young guy trying to drag this old man into the present,
right? And
to get him out of his bigotry, and that's who Rob Reiner was as a person, right?
Yep.
He was a tremendous activist. He was the co-founder of the American Foundation for Equal Rights. Like he's the reason and that organization is one of the reasons why they challenged Prop 8 in California. Prop 8 bans same-sex marriages. Like, look, man, this dude used his celebrity in a way that he realized that his fame, it is a burden, right? It is a burden, right? You get all this adulation, but you get hyper scrutinized. And he used that scrutiny to preach good. And his movies were coming of age stories and stories that really affected an entire generation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and here's the thing. This is what I was referencing about F1. These stories are part of the monoculture. This is at a time, and these movies still exist. F1 is an example of that. Top Gun Maverick is an example of that. These are movies that just hit big swaths of people. Like, just for the most, everybody could probably point to one movie in Rob Reiner's career that they go, yeah, I like that movie. Or, oh, I know a line from that movie. Even if you've never seen it, you know a line from that movie, right? This is Spinal Tap. This thing goes to 11. A lot of people know that line. Stand By Me, obviously fucking super pivotal. The Princess Bride is one of the most quintessential comedies of all fucking time. My personal favorite movie of all time, When Harry Met
favorite movie,
which is the fucking blueprint. It is the blueprint for romantic comedies.
For rom-coms.
Period.
Yeah, man.
It is the blueprint. It is the fucking prototype, right? There is, I like that rom-com. Go back and watch When Harry Met Sally, and 90% of the shit that you've seen in your movie is in that movie. Every single thing. That is a fucking blueprint. Stand By Me is the blueprint.
His wife. He met his wife on the set of that movie.
Yeah.
That's how fucking magical that movie is.
Right. That movie, Sleepless in Seattle, You Got Mail, all of those movies like where people were like, Tom Hanks is a lovable guy. Every last one of those is because of that movie. Okay. That is why. Misery, right? He did Stand By Me and Misery, two movies written or done off of Stephen King books. Misery is a horror movie. Phenomenal fucking movie. Phenomenal movie, right? A Few Good Men. Everybody knows A Few Good Men. You may never have seen all of A Few Good Men, but You Can't Handle the Truth.
You can't handle the truth. Like,
right?
Come on, bro. Like,
I'll have what she's having, and You Can't Handle the Truth. This thing goes to 11. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. These are all him. They're all him, right? So that is a fucking huge list of movies that he did that were just a part of that monoculture that everyone goes, yeah, I mean, I like that fucking movie. That's why the reaction on the left and the right was, what the fuck? Who hates Rob Reiner? Like, that's why people reacted that way. Like, if you said Michael Moore died tomorrow, the reaction from the right, let's get real, would be very different. Okay? It'd be very different, right? Because he spent his entire career calling out very specifically. Rob Reiner called out, like, why are we all divided on this shit? Like, that's what he did. But he made art that everybody liked. And that's why I think it's important to have like that 25% of movies just be those monoculture movies where people just, everybody sit down and go, yeah, look, A Few Good Men is on. What the fuck? I'm not going to watch it? Of course I'm going to fucking watch it. Like, it's just that type of movie. So it's super sad that he left the way that he did. But
he and his wife
and his wife,
I don't want to give her short shrift either, man. Like they were married and they were murdered, and this is it's really sad, man. It's really sad. Look, you may not care, and I get it. Like, I didn't care when that big-headed, small-faced guy was murdered, but I didn't want it to happen.
No,
and
he didn't need.
No, he didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it. Just like these two people didn't deserve this. Like, it's horrible, man.
Okay. You want to hear a fucking wild fact about Michelle Reiner or Michelle Singer, his wife that died? She's the one. She's a photographer. She took the photo of Trump for the Art of the Deal book, the cover of that book.
Wow. Wow.
the world is very small. The world is very
It
funny.
is.
That's a super famous image of him. And then like she dies, and this guy's like, yeah, fuck them. Okay, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
the world is small and so is he. Like it just
according
it's
to
sad, man.
very so.
And look, and to your point, like everybody is sad about this except for like one idiot. Because when you put goodness out in the world, people know, man. They know. Like it doesn't matter whether you like James Woods was crying about this, bro.
Right, and he's hardcore manga guy.
He's hardcore like conservative dude, man, and like that's his right or whatever. But like, nah, yo, like
this is Rob Reiner was his friend. Who was his friend?
Right. When you put goodness out in the world, and suddenly somebody's taken away, like it hurts, man. It hurts. And when you spew divisiveness and hate, you know, only half of the people are gonna miss you if they even do. If
it's even half. Do. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you're sad that this happened and you're disgusted by what some people said, just understand when some people die, the response is not going to be so like, oh, it's going to be fucking insane going the other way. A lot of yippies and bottles being open. I'm just saying. So,
yeah,
what?
Because you put out and you get what you put out, man.
Yeah, you put hate in the world, you know. And then I mean, look, you're dead, so you don't know. But yeah, you're gonna find like your supporters are gonna find out. Like, so it is what it is. All right, so next up after that. All right, we had to record the second half of this on a different day, hence the costume changes. Okay, all right. What the fuck brought to you by JTD from the Edit That Out podcast. Micah, take it away.
Unable to develop his abs the natural way, a Chinese, there it is. An influencer spent over $500,000 on hundreds of hydraulic acid shots. Not hydraulic, hyaluronic acid shots to build himself a fake 8-pack.
It looks fake. It looks fake.
It does look fake. It looks very fake. It looks like someone drew on his stomach. The fashion beauty creator uses the name Andy Howe Tien as on social media to recently shocked his fans by revealing that 20%. Wow, I've never seen anybody write percent out. Revealing that 20% of his body.
2 words. 20.
Right.
Like
percent.
It's one word actually.
It's weird. Using this acid, the young influencer went viral last month when he spent 4 million won, which is about $562,000, to have 40 doses of the acid injected into his shoulders, collarbones, chest, and abdomen. Quote, I totally agree the muscles do not grow on cowards. But translations are weird. But you have to understand, I have so many injections. I am no coward anymore.
You are.
Could you dare to do the same? If my abs have not disappeared in 3 years, I will apply to Guinness for the longest lasting artificial abs made with hyaluronic acid record.
Hyaluronic.
Whatever. I'm sick. I will do a live stream, cracking walnuts on my abs for everyone to see. One, this is ridiculous. Two, Guinness.
It's also ridiculous.
Yeah, like having a Guinness World Record is not. First of all, it's never been an accomplishment, right? Like it's drunken party trivia, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's even worth less if you have this many qualifiers on it, right?
Right, like
the longest lasting artificial abs made from this fake acid.
Yeah, like this is nonsense. Just so people understand, like hyaluronic acid is what is in like It's like part of the acid that's like in your joints, so that like they don't, like you don't have like bones smashing up against each other, and like so it's good for your joints. Like there's nothing wrong with hyaluronic acid. Doing this, he says, muscle doesn't grow on cowards. You don't have any muscle, bro. Like
Yeah, correct. Because
like I'm not a coward. You just took a bunch of injections and didn't do anything. Like you didn't even do injections in the way that people normally get bodies that are unattainable normally. They take injections and then they go work out. Like you didn't even do that. You were just like, inject me, I'm going to go sit and play PlayStation. Like this is lazy. Also, they don't look good because they are not, nobody's body is perfectly symmetrical. So it just looks weird. You don't need to have abs. Like you don't need to have visible abs. Like this is not a measure of health, by the way. It actually
bodybuilders don't have fucking physical like showing abs unless they're on like competition.
Right. Like everyone has abs. You just have a comfortable layer of fat covering it. It's fine. It's not a marker of health. Like it just isn't. This is weird. You have the body of a 12-year-old girl, so just relax. I believe the term, and I don't support this, but in this case I do. I believe the term is you are a victim weight. Like, okay, so knock it off. Meaning you just couldn't fight someone off. Yeah, this is weird. Like this is weird, and it's nothing to brag about. And yes, I agree. Having a Guinness Book of World Records record is just really silly. Like, I'm going to be able to crack walnuts on my abs. I don't think you could. I don't think that.
Yeah. What? I don't think you could.
Also, they would just be like mushy, right? Like the whole point is like they're supposed to be muscles. So like you press on them, it's got some give. Like you just got a couple of like water sacks in there. Like no, this is dumb.
Right. You got them Hawaiian muffins in on your stomach.
Oh, it might as well be the same thing. Like, no, go sit down. Like, go sit down. Like, the worst thing you can do is brag about something you didn't even earn. Like, just go sit down. This is ridiculous. My story: a woman eats only boiled chicken breast and cauliflower for 6 months and develops pancreatitis. Also, probably died of boredom. A 25-year-old woman was diagnosed with pancreatitis after 6 months of consuming only boiled chicken breasts, the driest of the chicken, and cauliflower. Doctors warn dieters to maintain a balanced diet when attempting to lose weight, but few of us really understand how important that is to our health. One young woman influencer found out the hard way after developing acute pancreatitis as a result of her bland, low-fat diet. According to the media, this woman almost died after restricting her diet to just those 2 items for 6 months. The young woman, whose name has not been disclosed to the media because people will just point and laugh at her, documented her weight loss journey online and even dubbed herself the self-disciplined goddess, or dubbed that by her fans, idiots, because of how dedicated she was to her goal. For almost 6 months, she only ate these 2 items, with the occasional slice of boiled potato to spice things up a bit. The extreme diet helped the 25-year-old woman achieve her goals, but also led her to experience negative side effects like fatigue, weakness, and a dull complexion. Sadly, she chose to ignore the symptoms, and before long, she began experiencing abdominal cramps with her real abdominal muscles, so intense that she had to be rushed to the hospital. Tests showed that this woman had a amylase level was 10 times higher than normal. Amylase is an enzyme secreted by the pancreas and salivary glands that helps break down carbohydrates. So, where is this moron?
I'm going to say China, and I'm going to say for one specific reason, because I was scrolling through Instagram one day, and I saw this, and I'm going to see if I can find it, and I'm going to send it to you so you can see this ridiculousness. But he was talking about Chinese beauty standards, and he said that women in China, to attain this beauty or whatever, try to pass a paper test where they take an 8.5 by 10 sheet of paper vertically, right? Put it up to their waist.
Oh my.
And if you can see their waist, they're too thick. They're too heavy. They're too fat.
That's
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That's a bad test. That's
yeah,
a
bro.
bad test, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Look, I'll grant you that's horrible. Like, so is the exact opposite end of that, right? Like, that's also not good.
Right.
Can we just all kind of somewhere in the reasonable middle? You can't be thicker than a sheet of notebook paper? All right. The answer to your question, by the way, is, or your guess is that is correct. By the way,
well, there you go.
What gave it away to me? I mean, I knew obviously as I'm reading it, but what gave it away to me is her dull complexion. I was like, oh, there you go. That all makes sense. Yo, a piece of paper. All right.
So,
and that woman in the image is considered to be fat.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. She is a very good-looking, shapely woman. Like, and she's not heavy at all.
And she's not heavy. No.
By any standards. All right. Like, everybody just fucking relax, please. Don't do that to yourself. That's fucking insanity. All right, China, y'all gotta calm down. Trailers this week: Greenland 2, Migration. This is starring our greatest living actor, Gerard Butler, greatest living American actor, as far as I'm concerned. We have adopted him. So if you've never seen Greenland 1, I hate to say this, but do yourself a favor. It is an odd fucking movie. I watched Greenland 1. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like scrolling, trying to find something. I was like, oh, what is this fucking bullshit? Like, what's this Gerard Butler movie? And I put it on. It's like 1 o'clock in the movie. I'm like, I'm riveted. Like, what the fuck is happening, right? Because it's a disaster movie. So I assume people are going to blow up in the beginning, and then I'm just going to fucking teeter off and fall asleep because, of course, it's the same stupid story. But Greenland 1 is about the people. It's not about the disasters. Like, sure, there are disasters, but it really hard focuses on, like, this guy and his family trying to save his family during this. And it actually focuses on them. They're real characters, and it's a real movie. So I know, like, these all seem like the same, sort of 2012 or whatever those other dumb movies are, where they just blow up France every time. And I get all that, but it's actually a good movie. Like, it's surprisingly a good movie. So this one, I'm going to see it. Like, apparently they're trying to get to this one part of Greenland that, like, they can live openly because at the end of the first movie, spoiler, they make it into this bunker that's in Greenland, and a bunch of people survive. Not millions, but a number of people. They survive in this bunker, and then this takes place 5 years later, where the atmosphere is starting to clear out, and they're like, if you make it to this one part of Greenland, which of course they got to do through, I'm sure, like, shady people who are out in the world and they're bad, and natural disasters and everything else because the earth is all fucked up. But if they can make it to this part of Greenland where they are, then they can start to really rebuild. I'll watch it. I'm not going to see it in theaters, but I will watch it.
So originally Chris Evans was supposed to star in this movie, and Neil Blomkamp was supposed to direct it. It's weird seeing that, like, Chris Evans, he's had a bunch of duds lately, critically and commercially.
Mm-hmm. He's got a bad. So whoever is picking his roles for him is doing a bad job.
I would be I'm very curious to see how Greenland would have been received if he was in it, because, like, Chris Evans is a better actor than Gerard Butler. Like, he just is.
Yeah, 100%.
So you say Gerard Butler's in a movie, and I'm like, and it's good. I'm like, okay, yeah, but like, right, like I get that you liked it, but is it good? And yeah, this has got a 77 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like,
yeah, It's actually
What?
an enjoyable movie. Yo. Like I'm telling you, when you're watching it, you're like, how? Like, how is this happening? Like, but it is. It's a legitimate movie. I don't know what to tell people. Like, it is not what you think it is, and it by all trailers, it looks exactly like what you think it is, but it really isn't. Like, they surprisingly made a very good disaster movie that does a thing that disaster movies don't do, which is they get you there because shit gets blown up. But they're like, yes, come for the explosions, stay for the heartfelt story. And you're like,
stay for the character development? Like,
right. What the fuck? Who's doing that? But I think Evans would have done a good job with this too. I think he would have done a great job. Like, it's a surprisingly good script for this dad who's trying to save his wife and his kid. Yeah. I'll have to go back and watch the first one again because it's been, I mean, like literally 5 years since I've seen it. But it's surprisingly very good. Or not very good, but it's surprisingly a good movie. It is. So, yeah, Greenland 2, Migration. There you go. You just started watching the hit series The Pitt just the other day. You let Terrence and I know about this newfangled show that's out. Everyone's chatting about.
Yeah. I'm very upset that you guys never told me about how good this show is. It's a great show, man. I've only seen the first 2 episodes. But and the only reason I've only watched the first 2 is because, I'm watching with somebody else and we tend to watch TV late. So we can't binge it. I
am surprised. I'm surprised your wife is watching this. Because
she is what?
Person. Is she doing this a lot?
She's doing a lot of this. She's doing a lot of this.
Yeah, because she's not a violent blood and guts kind of person.
She doesn't mind violence, but she does mind gore. And medical gore is just a different type of gore. You know what I mean? Because it's in the back of your lizard brain, you see somebody stab somebody, and it's not like you see Ghostface stab somebody, and it's like, but it's a movie though,
right?
And but you see medical gore, and it's like, that happened. That happened, right?
This
because
is, as they say, ripped from the headlines, right?
Yeah, or like ripped off of your leg. Like it's, she saw the degloving of the foot and was just like, I'm not watching. I'm not watching.
Yeah, no, look, that's fair.
But that's a testament to how good the show is that as much as she does not like that, she will push through to watch it because The Pitt is very good. I don't know if you guys realize that like getting a bunch of Emmy wins for best drama series is a good thing.
Yeah.
For television show, that means television shows are good, and yeah, this is one of them. This is good. So yeah, we're trying to blow through the first season before the second season starts, and then that'll be the Sunday night show that we watch.
Yeah, like and it's actually awesome because my father-in-law is in town. He started watching the first season with us. He was here like a year ago, and he just so happens to become he's here now as this new season's about to start in like a couple weeks. But he was a fucking surgeon, so he's like, we're watching it like the first season, like, yep, that's pretty fucking accurate. Jesus Christ. I've seen comments from like emergency room nurses who are like, this show's really good. I can't watch it because I just feel like I'm at work. And I watch television to like turn
escape.
off.
Yeah.
And like I'm right back in it and I'm sweating. And this is a problem. Like I don't want to watch the show. What I will say without spoiling anything for you is they do such a good job of the like, because it's, and you're watching it actually in probably the best way possible, right? Which is you're watching one episode right after the other because it's in real time, right?
I couldn't imagine waiting a week to watch to get to the next episode, especially just like how these episodes end. They're just like, they end, and it's just like,
right. There's no cliffhanger. It's like, like they're just in the middle of shit. It's like, well, it's been an hour. You're like, fuck, what happened? What happened? Right. So yeah, you guys are actually watching it probably in the best way of just being able to just binge until you literally cannot take it anymore. But there are what is really cool about it is that sort of in real time way of showing the show. but also building these stories across these characters at the same time, and building an overarching story and building stories with the minor characters across is, I know everyone would be like, well, that's every TV show. But in the way that this show runs and how it's at breakneck speed, like you have to realize shows that you watch that are obviously in chronological order, they're not running on a 12-hour clock. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that thing is happening, and then a few days passes or a month passes between episodes, like in Showtime. And so it's a little different. That's a very different thing than to imagine you're literally running in real time through episode. So it's like people come in and they leave, and then some people come back and then they leave. Like minor characters, like, oh, that character's been treated and they're fine, and then they leave. And then like 4 episodes later, which is only 4 hours later, they come back. Well, this didn't work and I'm fucking feeling sick. Like you don't get a break from it. And so you feel like you're in it like the doctors are, which is really intense. And then the overarching story, especially the main doctor and like what he's going through, all of that, because you kind of get, you're in the only first 2 episodes, you get a sense of his situation early on, but that all hits like a fucking fever pitch by the end, and you're just like, what are you doing? Like what, like as characters, like how are you going to deal with these things? And it goes in places where you're just like, I don't need to watch an episode for like a while. Like I need a break. Like there are things that happen where you feel horrible. Like you just feel horrible because like people die, and they just do. And it's not necessarily people you want to die, right? I mean, it almost never.
It really puts into perspective, like people who are in the service industry are human beings themselves.
Yes.
And they got their own problems. And I know your problems feel like your problems are important to you right now. And, you know, sometimes you don't get what you want. And the amount of stress that it must be to be an emergency room doctor. If it's anything like this, if it's half of what is shown in this show, nah, man, it ain't for me, bro. I can't.
No. Look, I'll tell you my little emergency room story. So before my current life, I worked in IT for like 20 years. When I first started my internship, I was doing IT work at a hospital, and do work in doctors' offices. You do work in the dialysis labs and all such shit. Sometimes you got to do work because they have computers in the emergency room, and I was working on a computer in the emergency room, and then, all the sheets are closed. Like we're good. We're like totally fine. But there's still beeping and shit going on, right? I'm sitting there, I'm working, and my boss at the time, because I had like sort of been newly there, and they were just like, all right, and they're like kind of standing over me, and we're like working through something. And you hear doctors call out, I think it's like a red phone or something like that. And my boss basically was like, grabbed me by the collars, like, it's time to get the fuck out of here, because a red phone is a person who is dying on a crash cart that they're bringing in. They were like, you don't want to be here when that's happening. I was like, you're right. Got to get the fuck out of here. Like, that's that life, dude. It's like, everything's like mild mannered. They're helping people and stuff like that. People are dying. It's like, all right, got to get the fuck out of here, because you don't want to see that shit. Like, you just don't want to see that shit. Like, yo, bro, I didn't go to medical school. I need to leave. Yeah,
I'm not prepped for this.
No.
In the first episode, the student doctor faints.
Yeah, she was
from the gloving. She was just like,
oh shit. He's a great character, the young Indian chick, right? Yeah, so it's good, and like the trailer for season 2 here looks very good, and there are some stories that you'll start to run into right about, I think it's about the 4th or 5th episode. There's a stories that you're gonna run like head first into, like, oh shit, like I wasn't expecting that. It's good. It's very good, and I'm very interested to see what happens between some of the characters that had some interesting interactions in the first season. So yeah, should be fun. Should be very good. Fun. Yeah. Can't wait. Last but certainly not least, Young Sherlock. This is a Guy Ritchie Young Sherlock Holmes series coming to Prime, which feels very similar to the Guy Ritchie movies. The Guy Ritchie
Yeah, I
Sherlock
would think so.
movies, right?
Right? Like
Which
I
is
would
cool.
think so.
I like those movies. I think they're fun.
They're fun. They're not great, but like there's something to watch. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's more
And
like
it's
punches
funny.
and shit through 'em.
Yeah, it's funny seeing Robert Downey Jr., you know, in his English accent playing this like, you know, punchy version of Sherlock
Yeah,
Holmes. But no, it looks interesting. I like Guy Ritchie. I'm kind of a sucker for his movies. He
yep,
makes like he makes like guy movies, which
yeah,
is which is fine. He's kind of like Antoine Fuqua in that way, where he just
yep.
kind of makes guy movies. And of the one of my favorite movies ever is Snatch. I absolutely love that movie. So yeah, I'll check it out. If it gives me the Sherlock Holmes Man from Uncle vibes, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
It's interesting because it looks like Moriarty is a friend in this, which I think is a
Mhm.
good way of handling that, because clearly that relationship will break down at some point, right? And
Yeah,
so they'll like, my guess, and just purely speculation, is that Moriarty is going to kind of play his Watson to some degree, right? But like of equal billing, and then they are going to have kind of a falling out at some point, and then that's how they just break those guys apart. And then, you know, that's why, because they're both equally as intelligent, that'll be the way to sort of play them like, you know, it was me all along, James, the architect of all your pain, like sort of
yeah.
situation, right? But less
I would
dark.
imagine that Watson is trying to save his mother's soul from hell, and then Sherlock comes in and fucks with his machine, and then Watson's machine blows up in his face, all because of that fuckhead Sherlock. And then Watson goes and puts on a metal mask and goes to conquer his home country
Yeah,
and lead
that
it
makes
with
sense.
a benevolent iron fist.
Benevolent.
That's my head canon.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm okay with it. That's what I would prefer. So yeah, I like this. I like the setting. I never finished the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock series, which I enjoyed. Um, there's something about having this set in the times in which it was originally designed, which I like a little bit more. Um, but I'm not against a modern version of Sherlock, obviously. So yeah, I'll check this out. Prime is like pretty good at adaptations. They, especially with their series, they seem to nail those pretty good. I'm surprised this isn't just called like Sherlock or Young, but you know, they got to change it up a little bit. But yeah, okay, totally fine for me. I will watch it. It's March 4th. It hits Prime.
Yeah, the title is kind of weird. Young Sherlock is too close to Young Sheldon, which
It is. It is.
it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But
Why not just like Sherlock Holmes Jr., but like he's the nephew of Sherlock Holmes? Like it doesn't actually make sense. Like why did they call it James Bond Jr.? That's like Tim Bond. Or just make him his son? I don't know.
yeah,
Anyway,
just make him a son.
yeah, from one of the many illegitimate relationships he's had. All these
Yeah,
trollops all over France. All right. That is it for us. This is the last episode of the year, if you had not already figured that out. So we will be back in the new year, unless there is something that is so unbelievably important that comes out. We will not do any shows under TMP until the new year, unless they're like, oh my God, this is happening, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. By the way, this isn't a spoiler because now it's quite literally on like deadline. Shocking news: Chris Evans is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. So if you thought he wasn't for some reason, as you would say, this is Hollywood's worst kept secret.
yeah. I got thoughts, but
We'll see.
you know, we'll see.
All right. So there you go. We will see you guys in the new year. Later.
See ya.